The general prologue to the Canterbury Tales opens with a description of April showers and the return of spring. Wan that April with his showers suit, the drochty of March hath pursed to the root. April showers bring life back to nature, as flowers bloom and birds sing once again. The entire earth feels fresh and reborn. This spring mood also awakens people's desire to travel, to pray, and go on pilgrimage. The season is not only natural and beautiful, but also spiritual. A diverse group of 29 pilgrims are traveling to the shrine of St. Thomas Becket at Canterbury Cathedral, hoping for help from the Blessed Martyr. But before their pilgrimage begins, they gather at the Tabard Inn in Southwark. Together with Chaucer, they form a company representing many different classes of medieval English society. Chaucer, who is also the narrator and one of the pilgrims, is staying at the Tabard Inn. He inserts a fictionalized version of himself into the narrative. The narrator speaks with everyone, joins their fellowship. They decide to start their journey early the next morning. Chaucer now tells us about each pilgrim's character, social position, and clothes in detail. The first pilgrim Chaucer describes is the knight. He is noble, brave, and truly chivalrous. He has fought in many lands such as Alexandria, Prussia, Russia, Lithuania, Granada, Morocco, and Turkey. But he fights not for glory, only for Christ and for truth. The knight is one of the few pilgrims Chaucer praises sincerely, without irony. Next comes the squire, the knight's young son. Is young, romantic, and skilled in music. He wants to impress his lady. He wears embroidered clothes, sings, plays the flute, dances, draws, writes, and behaves like a courtly lover. He is courteous and modest, but also a little vain. The yeoman is the knight's only servant. He belongs to the practical world of service, hunting, and outdoor life. This is Madame Eglantine, the prioress, the head of a convent. She is gentle, modest, and always graceful. She is deeply concerned with fine table manners and courtly refinement, and feels very sad even when she sees a little mouse die. She loves her little pet dogs and feeds them the best food. She speaks fashionable French and wears a brooch saying, "Love conquers all." Its meaning is ambiguous, whether God's love or romantic love. Chaucer never criticizes her directly, he praises her kindness, but gently shows that she cares too much about worldly elegance. This is the monk, who rejects the strict monastic life. Instead of prayer and study, he loves comfort, freedom, and worldly pleasures. He loves hunting, fast horses, rich food, and costly fur, living more like a nobleman than a humble monk. Chaucer satirizes him for loving luxury, hunting, and comfort instead of living a simple monk's life. This is Friar Hubert. He is cheerful, charming, and friendly. But behind his pleasant smile hides a clever, worldly, and money-minded churchman. He uses his religious position for profit and pleasure. He hears confessions easily and gives easy penance for money. Chaucer uses irony to expose his hypocrisy. He looks holy, but he values wealth, pleasure, and reputation above true religion. Pleasures. Here comes the merchant. He looks rich, neat, and important. His clothes and manners make him seem like a successful man. He proudly speaks about business, trade routes, and profit. He is also skilled at exchanging different kinds of money. But behind his fine appearance, he is deeply in debt. He hides his true situation and tries to look more successful than he is. Chaucer never reveals the merchant's name. He is known only by his profession. His rich appearance hides the truth, showing Chaucer's sharp irony. There was also a clerk from Oxford. He was a student of logic and philosophy. He is very poor, but he loves books more than money, fine clothes, or comfort. He spoke little, but wisely. Chaucer presents him as an ideal scholar who learns for truth, not for profit. This is the man of law. He is a top lawyer, careful, wise, and highly respected. People trust his legal knowledge. He always seems busy, and maybe even busier than he really is. Chaucer quietly suggests that appearance may matter as much as truth. He is skilled in legal matters and expert at buying land. His documents are perfect, but his simple dress hides his wealth and power. The Franklin is a rich landowner who loves food, drink, and hospitality. His house is always full of good things for guests. Chaucer presents him warmly, without irony. He stands for generous country living and the rising, prosperous middle class. Here come the 5 guildsmen from different crafts. They walk together like important men, dressed in matching fine livery. They want everyone to notice their status. Chaucer quietly laughs at their social pride. Even their wives want the honor and title that come with their success. It's a light joke about social ambition. This cook is highly skilled. He can roast, boil, and bake the most delicious, rich dishes. He is clearly an expert in his trade. But Chaucer adds an ironic detail. He has a sore on his shin. So, the man who cooks for others is not so careful with his own health. The shipman is a tough sea captain who knows the sea, tides, and navigation very well. But he is not honest. He steals wine from cargo and shows no mercy to his enemies. Chaucer presents him as skilled, but morally doubtful. Here is the doctor of physic, a man deeply learned in medicine. He knows the old authorities and even uses the stars to help diagnose illness. He treats disease through the theory of the 4 humours. He works closely with apothecaries, and money is quietly part of the picture. This is Alison, the wife of Bath, richly dressed and full of life. She is bold, confident, and one of Chaucer's most unforgettable pilgrims. She has had 5 husbands and has traveled to famous pilgrimage sites like Jerusalem, Rome, and Cologne. Her life is full of adventure, love, and experience. She insists on being first at church offerings, skilled in cloth making, and speaks openly about love and marriage without fear. The wife of Bath is Chaucer's strongest female voice. She challenges medieval ideas about women, marriage, and authority. The parson is Chaucer's ideal Christian priest. He is poor in wealth but rich in holiness. He is humble and deeply devoted. He cares for everyone. Rain or sickness never stops him. He walks long distances to visit the poor and the sick, serving everyone with kindness, patience, and compassion. He practices what he preaches. Chaucer praises him because his actions always match his teachings. He leads by example.
not by empty words. He is a true shepherd of his people. The ploughman, brother of Parson, was a true and good hard labourer, living in peace and perfect charity. He worked honestly with humility and dedication. The ploughman lived by Christ's greatest commandments, loving God with all his heart and loving his neighbour as himself. He helped the poor without asking for payment and always paid his taxes honestly. Chaucer presents him as the ideal, humble Christian labourer.
The miller was an enormous, powerful man. Wherever he competed in wrestling, he always won the ram, proving his unmatched strength. He was so strong he could break a wooden door with his head. His red beard, wart, and rough appearance made him look fierce and intimidating. The miller loved dirty jokes and cheated his customers. He secretly stole grain and charged unfair prices, making him a symbol of dishonesty. Wearing a white coat and blue hood, the miller played his bagpipes and proudly led the pilgrims out of town on their journey to Canterbury. The manciple was the purchasing agent for a medieval law school. His job was to buy food and supplies wisely, while spending as little money as possible. Although he had no formal education, the manciple was clever, practical, and managed money better than the learned lawyers he served. The reeve is thin, sharp-tempered, and highly skilled in managing estates. He knows every account, and no one can catch his fraud. By cheating his lord, he has quietly grown rich, and everyone under him fears him. He rides at the back of the pilgrims, keeping his distance from the others. Before becoming a reeve, he was a skilled carpenter. Riding his horse Scott, he always stayed at the very back of the pilgrims, distant from everyone else. This is the summoner, a corrupt church official, who summoned sinners to church court. His diseased red face frightened children. He loved strong wine, garlic, and onions. After drinking, he repeated a few Latin phrases to appear educated, but his learning was completely superficial. The summoner accepted bribes to excuse sinners from church punishment. For him, money mattered more than justice or spiritual responsibility. This is the pardoner, one of the most corrupt pilgrims. He sells fake pardons and false holy relics to innocent people for money. With sweet words and powerful sermons, he tricks poor people into buying fake relics, becoming rich through religious deception. The pardoner preaches that greed is the root of all evil, yet he himself is driven by greed. Chaucer presents him as the ultimate symbol of religious hypocrisy. Before continuing the story, Chaucer asks the readers not to judge him for repeating the pilgrim's exact words, even if some sound rude. He also apologizes if the pilgrims are not presented in perfect social order, explaining that he has recorded the story as faithfully as possible. The host, Harry Bailey, welcomes every pilgrim and serves the finest food with strong wine, creating a joyful and friendly atmosphere.
Friends, let us make this journey more enjoyable. Each of you will tell 4 stories on the road, 2 on the way to Canterbury and 2 on the way back. And the best storyteller will receive a free supper.
The next morning, the pilgrims drew lots. The lot fell to the knight, and everyone was glad. He accepted honorably, and the storytelling journey began.